Okay. You see, it looks like there are 6 on besides me, and that's okay. We'll dance with the ones that are here. And anybody who joins us later, that's great. All right. Now, what was it Paul said in the chat? The Yiddish word for bear is bear. Yes. Comes from the Hebrew dove. So I didn't remember that. Why, I don't know. All right. So I wanted to start off nice and easy. And I wanted to start off with a song. How many people are familiar with the song Dona, Dona? You've heard it before. It's a folk song. It's been around forever and ever. And some years ago, they translated it into Yiddish. And when I was looking for a new song, I was looking for something where we know, or at least have in our vocabulary, most of the words. So we didn't have to go crazy learning a whole lot of new stuff. You'll forgive me, entschuldigt mir, excuse me, forgive me, entschuldigt mir, ich hab nicht so gute Stimme. I don't have such a good voice, all right? Ich can daven for the amud, I can daven for the pulpit, I can lead services, because when you chant, when you're davening, there's a very limited range. You know, Baruch Atohu Hashem Elokeini Velokevoteni. I can keep that range all day long. All right. But when you're singing outside of that, you know, years ago I sang in the choir, and I don't know how the chazan, got me to it, but he got me singing first tenor. For those who know music, your speaking voice is generally your middle C. Is this the middle C of a tenor? Paul, you're a musician.
I can't imagine you singing tenor.
I was up there.
And I've known you a long time.
He must have squeezed real hard, but he can't. Burger, wherever you are, God love you, all of us, shalom. He used to say, don't worry, Alan, you won't hurt yourself. You can reach those notes. And God love him. I started Pesach, and by Rosh Hashanah, I was up in that register. He needed a tenor, and damn it, I was going to be a tenor. I'm a baritone. All right, wow. So just a couple of words in English. On a wagon bound for market, there's a calf with a mournful eye. High above him flies a swallow, winging swiftly through the sky. How the winds are laughing, they laugh with all their might. Laugh and laugh a whole day through, and half the summer's night. Dona, 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 Dona. Well, in Yiddish, Dona, Dona becomes Dona, Dona, but the melody's the same. Okay, and we'll do the chorus first. Lacht der Wind. I made a mistake there. Lacht der Wind. There should be a T there. Lacht der Wind. And I see what happened. The space is in the wrong place. Lacht der Wind and corn. The wind laughs in the corn. Lacht und lacht und lacht. It laughs and laughs and laughs. Lacht and lacht. Laughs and laughs. A tug, we know that one. A day. A ganze day, a whole one, or the whole day through. Mit a halbe Nacht, with half the night. Okay. So it laughs the whole day through and half the night. That's how that changes. And then it's Dona, Dona, same as before. Okay. So let's just do the chorus part. That's really easy. You have hopefully your words in front of you. Do you need me? Does anybody not have the words? I'll put them up on the screen. Okay, hang on a second. Let me do a share screen. Let's see. Here we go. And let me share that. Okay, let's see. Can everybody see all the words there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, if I close this, it'll be even easier. Close that. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's just look at the chorus. Lacht der Wind in corn. Let me change that. Let's see if I can change this while I've got it open here. There we go. Lacht der Wind in corn. Lacht der Wind in corn. You say it.
Lacht der Wind in corn.
Lacht und lacht und lacht.
Lacht,
lacht, lacht.
What is with all you people with all this phlegm? I don't know. Lacht und lacht, a tug, a ganzen.
A Tag
Lacht
ganzen.
und lacht. A Tage ganzen.
Mit a halbe Nacht.
Mit der halbe Nacht.
Great. Donna, you don't have to practice with me. Okay. Lacht der Wind in Korn. Lacht und lacht und lacht. Lacht und lacht. A Tag, a ganzen. Mit a halbe Nacht. Okay. Want to try that? We're all going to drown each other out, so that's fine. Eins, zwei, drei.
Lacht der
Wind in Korn.
Lachten, lachten,
Lachten, lachten, lachten.
lachten,
Lachten,
Tage
ganzen.
ganzen.
Der halben Nacht.
Tremendous.
Donna, Donna, Donna.
Okay, so now let's look at the first line. Eifen Viertel, a Viertel. To four is to travel, right? We know that. So it's a Viertel, a Viertel
Eifen.
depends on your dialect. Eifen, upon or on the Viertel is a wagon.
Vier.
Lick, lays or lies.
Licht der
kelbel.
Kelbel.
A kolb is a calf, but a kelbel is a little one. So it's a small calf. Okay. Is gebinden. He's bound up. Mit a strick. Okay. Restricted, strict.
Is
It's kind of a cognate there.
gebinden.
Is gebinden mit a strick. He's bound up with a rope. Hoich, high in Himmel. Himmel is the heavens or the sky. Hoich in Himmel, fleet, flies, das Schwelbel, the little swallow. A swallow is a schwalb. Schwelbel is diminutive. Hoich in Himmel, fleet, das Schwelbel. I learned it as fleet, das Schwelbel, but okay. Breit sich. That's also a typo. Let me fix that. Dreht sich, hin und zurück. Okay, notice the reflexiveness. Freut sich, he enjoys himself. He spins himself. Okay, it's reflexive. Freut sich, dreht sich, hin und zurück. Let's try the first one. Auf Eufen Viertel.
Lit
Kelbel is gebinden mit der Strick.
Is gebinden mit der Strick.
Heichen Himmel, fliegt das Schwelbel.
Heute
Das
Himmel fliegt
Schwelbel.
als Schwelbel.
Dreht sich hin und zurück.
Zurück.
Dreht sich hin und zurück.
Und zurück.
Okay, I'm going to sing first. You listen, then we'll give you a turn. Eins, zwei, drei. Eufen Viertel liegt der Kelbel, is gebinden mit der Strick. Heuch in Himmel fliegt das Schwelbel, dreht sich hin und zurück. McKentina Zoe? Yeah? Okay. You know what? Let's do it two at a time. I don't know. Let's see. It's hard for me to do because I can't see everybody all at once if I do that. I can't see everybody all at once. Okay, so let's not do that. All right, we'll work together. You're going to drown each other out, but let's try it. Eins, zwei, drei.
Oi,
Licht der Kelbel.
Is gebinden
Mit der Strick.
Himmel fliegt
Durch den Himmel fliegt
das Schwelbel.
dreht sich
Hin
in zurück. Now let's sing. Lacht der
der
Wind
Wind in Korn. Lachten, lachten, lachten. Lachten, lachten, ganzen mit der halben Nacht.
Dana,
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 Dana, Dana, Dana,
Dana,
Dana,
Dana,
Dana, Dana,
Dana.
dann
Dana, Dana,
Dana,
Dana,
Dana,
Dana, Dana,
Dana,
Dana, Dana,
Dana,
Dana.
Dana.
There we go. Okay. Next line. Schreit das Kälbel, break das Feuer. This is a new word for you. Schreit das Kälbel, the little calf shouts. Fragt, asks. Das Feuer. A Feuer is a farmer. Schreit das Kälbel, fragt das Feuer. You say.
Streit das
Those
Kälbel,
cowbell, freight,
Freit
those fire.
das Feuer.
Okay, now we see fragt here, we see gefragt here. Okay, this is in a questioning mode. Wer is gefragt dir? Who asked you? Which one of us asked you to sein a kolb? Who asked you to be a calf? Wer is gefragt dir zu sein a kolb? You say.
Wer is
gefragt dir zu sein a Kolb?
Okay. Volst gekennen sein a Feugel.
Was gekennen
Kagen.
sein a
Ein a
Feugel.
Volst gekennen sein a Schwolb.
Was
Those
gekennen sein a Schwolb.
Okay. So shouts the little calf. The farmer asks, who asked you to be a calf? You could have been a bird. You could have been a swallow. Okay.
Can I ask
So
a question?
Sure.
Is this a song about being led to the concentration camps?
We're not sure. I've never been able to get a straight answer on the etiology, I believe is the right word, the etiology of the song. I'm still trying to find that out. There are those who say yes, but really, it would make little sense to me because the Jews who were led to the concentration camps didn't have a choice. It would be like saying, who asked you to be a Jew? It's how we were born. I mean, really.
Great grandmother.
It's kind of a foolish question. So I'm not sure about that.
Thank you. Dank.
All right. So if
I
we're
have a
singing it,
question.
sure, questions.
On the first line, you have kelbel for a little calf, for a calf. And on the second line, you have kolb for a calf.
All right, what does it say? Kelbel. What is a kelbel?
A little calf.
Oh, okay.
And it's a diminutive. Mein Sohn, my son, mein Zundel, my little son.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. There we go. So yeah, we put that on there. Okay, always to make the diminutive. Okay, so it's the little calf versus the calf. So let's try singing it. Schreit das Kälbel, fragt das Feuer, wer ist gefragt zu seiner Kolb? Was gekennen seiner Feugel, was gekennen seiner
Schwolb.
Okay, I'm not going to go through the chorus again because that part is easy enough. Okay, very simple words. Now you know the word for wind. Corn is exactly what it says, although I've heard people translate it as the cornfield and also as the rye. It's grain. It's definitely laughing in the grain. Here's a new word for you. Bidne. Not a word you're going to use often. It's wretched. Wretched. Really in a bad way, poor, wretched calf. Bidna kelber, this is actually, I would not use the R. I would say kelbe as plural. In this particular song translation, they had an R in it. Bidna kelber, wretched calves, tutman binden, one can bind up, okay? It's possible for people to bind those up, okay? So wretched calves, tutman binden, one can bind them up. The better translation is people tie up wretched calves. Unmir schleppt, we all know schleppt. Unmir schleppt, unmir. Boy, I was with the typos today. Unmir shech. Shech comes from the Hebrew. The man that slaughters animals in the slaughterhouse is a shochet. Shochet. He slaughters the animals, the ritual slaughter. So to shech is to slaughter, but for food, not to slaughter like manslaughter, to kill. Okay, the hagenin, to kill. Meshech, that means you're actually slaughtering it for food. Okay, so we drag them around, we slaughter them. Vers hat fliegel.
Es hat Fliegel.
Now you know what you
Vers
have
hat
here, right?
Fliegel.
With this S apostrophe, you have two words. Ver es hat,
Es hat.
where he has or where one has, but because of the way we say things, okay, like I told you, S is often becomes siz. They leave out the same thing here. Instead of S hut, shut, shut, shut
Okay.
my Bubba's top. I
Sat.
taught it to you as S hut,
Shut
my
Fliegel.
Bubba's top. But in speaking, you hear
Alright.
people speak, they'll say shut. Okay. So vers hat Fliegel, fleet arrived zu. Kind of funky. Arrive is up, but arrived zu is two up. But this is the way you would
Upward.
actually say it, upwards, right? You know, we're not doing Yiddish grammar here. We're not doing what they call in Hebrew the dikduk. I don't even know how to say grammar in Yiddish. So I'm trying not to get crazy. But this is the exact way. You wouldn't say that he flies aruf. You'd say aruf su. He flies to up.
That's the
Okay.
Yiddish translation of the Israeli airline, El Al. That means to up,
To up, yes,
to
exactly.
the heights.
To the heights. Okay. So vers hat Fliegel, Fliegel, fleet arrived zu. Say that one.
Vers hat
Vers
Legal.
hat Fliegel.
Alright, so
Fliegt
Alright,
arrived
so-
zu.
Und bei keinem,
Und bei Kin
I can.
nit kein,
Nit
nit kein,
kein
this is not
Knecht.
K now, nit kein Knecht,
kein Knecht.
Knecht,
Knack.
Knecht, to be
Und
enslaved.
bei
Again, not a
Kin
word
nicht
we're going to
kein
use
Knecht.
often, a word that will wind up in the end of the glossary that you've heard it, but you're probably not going to use it much outside of this song. Now, if you happen to play guitar or piano or some other instrument, you happen to be with a group where you do sing folk songs, this is a great one to break out and sing. Okay. And if you're with a bunch of Jewish people, when my wife plays guitar, sometimes when we do it, she'll play it and people will sing in the English and I'll sing along in the Yiddish. And some people who know it in the Yiddish will then sing with me. So it's a lot of fun. You can do that. Or like you sing in the round. They'll sing in the English, then I'll sing in the Yiddish, etc. You can have fun with it. So this is just a little folk song. And now we have the I wish I had a really great voice. I do a recording of it for you. I haven't found one yet that I like. If I find it, of course, I will share it along. All right. So I'm just going to go through it once, and I'm not going to have you sing it again, but just so you can hear the words and see how it works. Eufen vierlich Kelbel is gebinden mit der Strick. Heuch in Himmel flieht das Schwelbel, dreht sich hin und zurück. Lacht der Wind in Kahn, lacht und lacht und lacht, lacht und lacht a Tuga ganzen mit der halben Nacht. Dana, 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 Dana. Dana, 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 Dana. Schreit das Kälbel, fragt das Feuer, wer ist gefragt, dir zu seiner Kolb, wächst gekennen seiner Vögel, was gekennen seiner Schwab. I'm going to skip the chorus. Bidne Kälber tut men binden und mir schleppt sie und mir schächt. bes hat Fliegel friet darauf zu, und bei keinem nicht kein Knecht. La la la, la 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 la, la la. All right, Kachkidik.
Alright. Gotcha.
Okay, so I did send this to everybody whose name that I had. If you are new, is there anybody new tonight that hasn't been with us before? Okay, so we don't have any new folks. I'm going to put this up on the side. Jetzt gehe ich erzählen dir am Meise. Jetzt, now, gehe ich, go I'm going to, erzähl, to tell, like a story. Dir, you, a Meise. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay. Der Goyische Bürgermeister. Der Goyische, the Gentile
Gentile mayor.
Bürgermeister is like German, a Bürgermeister. Okay, the mayor.
Mhm.
Bürgermeister. Gewollt zu besser verstehen, wanted to better understand, Yiddish mention, his Jewish subjects, his Jewish people, was wohnen dort, that lived there. Okay. Azai, like this, so hat gereden, he spoke to the Rebbe, to the rabbi, und hat ihm gesagt, and he said to him, the rabbi said to him, come to me, for Shabbos, come to me for the Sabbath, okay? The Rebbe, the rabbi, hat gemacht Kiddush, he made the sanctification, which over a cup of wine, obviously, hat gemacht Kiddush, auf a full, kos, comes right from the Hebrew, a cup, a full kos wine, okay? So the rabbi made Kiddush on a full cup of wine. After dem fish, after the fish, F-I-S-H-E is still fish, nach dem fish, hat gemacht, he made a l'chaim. When we drink, we don't say skol, we don't say zanastrovia, we don't say to your health, we say l'chaim. Everybody who's heard Fiddler on the Roof knows what this means. To life. So when we drink a l'chaim, the verb becomes a noun. We had a drink. We had a l'chaim, okay? A schnapsel machen, okay? We made a little schnapps. So he said, after the fish, hat gemacht a l'chaim, oif, on or upon, fine. Fine is fine.
Fine.
Schnapps. Schnapps is some kind of whiskey. There's actually something called schnapps, could be anything. But in this case, they're just leaving it as schnapps. Okay. Mitten Mittag. This is a new word for you. A Mittag, that's dinner. Some people use the word večera, but a večera is really more like a meal or a big meal. But dinner is Mittag, M-I-T-O-G, or it should sound like Mittag, because we say day, but it's Mittag. Okay. Mitten Mittag with dinner. Hat gekommen, it's past tense, came.
Same.
Israel, what do you think that means? Israeli. Israel wine. So with dinner came a nice Israeli wine. Not so bad. Danach, afterwards, danach, they haben ungebenched. To bench is to bless. Ungebenched, they said grace. After meals, they benched. Ungebenched, mit noch a Kleis wine, with yet another cup of wine. The next Tag, the next day, the next day, and shul, in the synagogue, haben sie gemacht Kiddush auf Wein. So the next day, after services in the synagogue, they made Kiddush again on wine. Nachgegangen mit Herring, nachgegangen, nach more, gegangen went, followed by. You gotta get the words and see how they make sense. Nach gegangen, further going, afterwards, okay, or followed by heading. What's his heading? Heading is heading.
Yeah.
Cream sauce with onions, okay. Nachgegangen mit Hering, Challah, und a Pur L'chaims auf Schnapps, okay. So the next day after services, they made Kiddush on wine, followed by herring, challah bread, and a few more l'chaims on schnapps. So they had a few drinks besides the wine. Danach afterwards, haben sie gegangen aheim, they went home, und the rabbi, hat gemacht Kiddush, made Kiddush, for ihre mishpacha, for his family, okay? Afnacha Kleiswein, another cup of wine, okay? Sie haben getrinken mehr L'chaims. Sie haben getrinken. They drank more L'chaims. They had another few drinks. Nach the fish, after the fish. Ashen, here's a good one for you. Ashen, a pretty one, a nice one. Ein, malts, scotch. A single malt scotch. Ashen, ein malt scotch. Mitten cholent with the cholent. Now, what's cholent? For those of you who don't know cholent, think about taking a pot, filling it with potatoes and onions and carrots, maybe beans and celery, and a fatty piece of meat, and put this in the oven on a fairly low heat, and you put whatever spices you want in, and it cooks from before the time you bring in Shabbos Friday evening, all through the night, into the next day, and by the time you get home from shul and you're ready for it, it's probably been cooking for somewhere around 25 to 28 hours. The grease on top is about this much grease on top, and when you eat it, it's delicious, but it rattles, it goes, and then, whoa, and select, licked auf dem Bauch. It lays on your belly. Von dem kann man kriegen Herzfeier. Okay, you can get heartburn from this one. There was a song that one of the Jewish groups sang, chillin', chillin', chillin'. Drop it on the Arabs, they'd be gone in a day. It's to the tune of Dona, the prima donna. But yeah, it's a great song. Okay. So they drank more l'chaims after the fish, a beautiful single malt scotch with the coolant, and an undera wine, undera Kais wine, and another cup of wine for benchen, for saying grace. As is hot geworden finster, as is hot, as it became, or as it was, finster. What is finster?
Dark.
Dark. As when it became dark, okay, haben sie gemacht Havdalah. They made Havdalah. For those who are not religious or into the stuff here, Havdalah is a service on Saturday night that separates the holiness of the Sabbath from the rest of the week. Okay, it involves a candle with multiple wicks, a spice box, and a cup of wine. And we say these prayers, and this is a symbolic separation of the Sabbath going away and the mundaneness of the work week coming back, okay? So, as es hat geworden finster, haben sie gemacht an Havdalah auf Nachakais-Wein. Okay? Stum stuf, like soap in Hebrew. Finally, to the end, finally, para de malave malka. Not everybody, but a lot of the religious Jews will occasionally, after they get home from shul, they've made Havdalah, they will have a song fest. There's food and there's drink, and they sing songs farewell to the queen. The Malka is the queen, Malave Malka, the queen of Sabbath. So we have this great joyous thing, and we send the Sabbath bride away with joy. We welcome them with joy. Shalom Aleichem Malachehash. We welcome the Sabbath in with singing, and so we send them away with singing, dance, and good times. Zum Schuf, for the Malave Malka, haben sie gefreut, okay, for the Malave, they enjoyed mehr Scotch und Schnaps. So they enjoyed more of the Scotch and other whiskeys, okay? As hat sich gegreit zu gehen. Gegreit is a new word for you. As hat sich, notice that's reflexive, as he himself gegreit or gegreit sich, as he prepared himself zu gehen, as he prepared himself to leave or to go, der Bergermeister, the mayor, hat gesagt zum Rabbi, said to the rabbi, a dank ihr, thank you, for teilen, this is a new word, teilen, for sharing dein Shabbos, your Sabbath, mit mir. Okay, as he prepared to leave, the mayor said to the rabbi, thank you for sharing your Shabbos with me. Ich habe es gehabt a wunderlich Zeit. Ich habe es gehabt a wunderlich Zeit. I had a
Wonderful time.
wonderful time. Aber, but, ich kann nicht verstehen, I just can't understand, for was, I'm sorry, ich kann nicht verstehen, for was wir können nicht unsehnt und verloschen the Licht of Shabbos. I still don't understand why you can't turn on and turn off lights on Shabbos. I don't understand it. I've been with you the whole Sabbath, okay? Aber ich kann nicht verstehen, I cannot understand, for was, why, wir können nicht, we're not allowed to, unsehnt, turn on, und verlöschen, that's a new word, verlöscht, to turn off. The Licht of Shabbos. I don't understand that part. Okay. Aber, but, ich bestimmt, another new word, ich bestimmt verstehen. I definitely understand. Farvus kann nicht fuhren mit dem Car. I definitely understand why you can't drive a car.
Well, you can't.
Drive a car.
Drive a car, I can't afford mit dem Car. After all that wine and stuff.
Yep.
I don't understand about the lights on and off, but I understand why you can't drive on Shabbos. This makes sense to me. Okay.
Make the breathalyzer explode.
Okay. Danach, afterwards, I will send you the joke. I didn't want to ruin the punchline and stuff, so I didn't send that one in advance. But danach, but afterwards, I will send it to you. Gotcha, Dick?
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, give me a second. I just want to pull up this other page, and we'll do some practicing. Some practicing we need to do. Let's see, where is it? Aha. There it is. Okay, I think I can put this away. I sent you guys the new words, I'm pretty sure. And I sent you Dona.
Right.
And I want to take a little bit of time. I'm going to put this away because I don't want this on my screen right now. Okay. So we did some things, and I was away for one of the sessions. You guys did some practicing. Feel free to have your glossary in front of you if it's handy, or if you can open it up on your computer on this side, that's good. And I want to talk about some of the expressions we've been using, because I think of all of the stuff that we're doing, the songs are fun, and it brings us in touch with our culture, things we might have heard grandparents, aunts, uncles, parents, whatever sing. We may have heard on the radio, we may have seen in a Yiddish show. But I think the thing that really resonates with most of us, and you can certainly correct me if I'm wrong, is the expressions. being able to use certain words and expressions and know what they mean. So I taught you guys the last time, dinar stuptum, or the nar stuptir. Was meint das? What does this mean? Dinar, what's a nar?
Fool.
A fool.
A fool. Stupt, stupt,
Exactly.
poking.
Okay.
The fool is poking him or her. And I gave you the background on that. Does anybody remember where that comes from? Okay, so back in the days when you had kings and queens and court jesters, the court jester's job was to keep the king and queen entertained. And especially if they were having a bad day, efsha bissel kas, perhaps a little angry. Okay, they were a little upset. The fool would want to do anything and everything in his power to make them jolly and happy again, because an angry king, an angry queen isn't good for anybody. Okay. And so sometimes what would happen is somebody would come before the king or queen with something, and the fool would come with this little rod there with the ribbons on it and give him a poke, like a tickle, 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 and they'd start laughing. Okay. Start laughing. So occasionally you're with somebody who's into a laughing fit. You have no idea what they're laughing about. It's not, and so give a kick. The narstuptum. Give a kick. Look, the narstuptum. The fool. Why is he laughing like that? The narstuptum. There's no other apparent reason. The narstuptum. The narstuptia. The narstuptim. The narstuptum. The fool is poking at him. That's why he's laughing. There's no other reason. My daughter says it all the time. All of a sudden, I'll break out laughing, and she'll look at my wife and she'll go, Ma, the nar stuptum. Okay, so that's where you use that. The nar stuptum. Okay, you try it. The nar stuptum.
Dinar stuptum.
Okay, occasionally we have these words in Yiddish, especially with all the that comes along, or where it's a long one. What am I looking for? Gevorfene Geld, okay? Gevorfene Geld, thrown out money. It's a little hard to put it all together. So we say mir can, one can or we can, subrechen, break,
Break it.
die Zähne.
Teeth.
Teeth.
You can
Die
break your
Zähne.
teeth on dem Wetter, these words. You can break your teeth on these words. You can break your teeth on these words. Mir ken zerbrechen de Zähne auf dem Wetter. Mir ken zerbrechen de Zähne auf dem Fleisch. Okay, that's a hard steak. Whatever you did, that's not well done. That's like shoe leather. Mir ken zerbrechen de Zähne auf dem Fleisch. I can break my teeth on that steak. What are you kidding me? Send it back. I don't want that. Mir ken zerbrechen, zog.
Mir kennt zerbrechen.
Wir
Die
kennen
Zähne
zerbrechen.
Die Zähne.
auf
Die
dem
Zähne.
Wetter.
Den Vetter.
Öffnen den Wetten.
Okay. A good word. To blunger.
To
To
plunge.
blunger.
Plunge.
To lose one's way. To get lost. To err. At Hut geblunget. He kind of made a mistake. He got lost. He lost his way. Okay. But if somebody is farblunget, the
Foul.
guy that blunge, okay, the guy that lost his way, he is farblunget. He's lost. He's farblunget. He's really lost. He's not with him. That is nicht mit Dolaman. He's not with everybody else. Okay. That is farblunget. Okay. As mir foot mit der Kar, kann mir sein verblunget amol. Amol kann mir sein verblunget. If you drive in the car, occasionally you can get lost. But the Tata meins, my father, Pflegzogen, used to say, as mir foot mit der Kar kann mir nicht sein verblunget. In a car, you can't get lost. Can never get lost in a car because all the roads go north, south, east, west. And if you have a general idea where you are in relation to where you have to be going home, at least you will find your way home, if nothing else. Because the roads, the big roads were north, south, east, west. Eventually, you're either going to run into the Canadian border, the Gulf of Mexico, the ocean in the Atlantic, the ocean on the Pacific, but lost you're not going to be. Okay. Verblunget. Okay. Dehusked, you have get or good, gedavet.
Prayed.
Prayed.
You
You
prayed well.
prayed well for
Du
this.
hast gut gedacht.
So, complaining, you hear a guy complaining about his wife, for example, and her grandmother is standing next to her, and she takes a look at you and she says, "Ja, for dem vibe die hast get gedavet." You prayed really good to get a wife like that. For dem die hast get gedavet, okay? Yeah, don't make like that. You prayed really well to get a gem like that. Die hast get gedavet. Okay, don't give me any bullshit. You prayed real hard for something that good. You know, in other words, it didn't come into your life just like this. Die hast get gedavet. Here's a great one. It is, or sie is, she is, he is. Auf Spilkes.
Oifspilkes.
Bilkis.
Nervous.
Spilkes.
Yeah,
Needles,
nervous.
like pins and needles.
Jumpy.
Okay, he has ants in his pants. He can't sit still. He's all this nervous energy. Is auf Spilkes. Sie is auf Spilkes. On pins and needles. Okay, they're all excited. Okay, the kid's going to bed. It's Christmas Eve, waiting for Santa Claus, and or they get up in the morning and there's no opening presents until we have breakfast or until we get back from church. Okay, those kids are auf Spilkes. All right. Grandma and grandpa coming, and we know that whenever grandma and grandpa come, they're going to cross our palm with some change, with some dollars, with a toy, with candy, with something. And the Kindle sitzen auf Spilkes. They're on pins and needles waiting for Bubby and Zadie to come. Auf Spilkes, on pins and needles. Antsy. Okay, it's a great expression. Sitzt auf Spilkes, or is auf Spilkes. Sie is. He, sie, she. Okay, auf Spilkes. Try it. Is auf Spilkes.
Is auf
Spilkes.
Okay, you have all these. Practice them. Es hat, or es wird haben, mein Bubba's Tom. Es hat, it has. And how would you say that if you were actually speaking? You would say, Shut, mein Bubba's Tom. Es hat mein Bubba's Tom. It has my grandmother's taste. What does that really mean? Yeah, that's like from way, that's outdated. You know, that's like so yesterday. That's like so last year's news. Okay? That's mein Bubba's Tom. It's tasteless. It has nothing there. Now, you could say that about some food that you're eating. Es hat mein Bubba's Tom. It has no flavor to it. It could be literally about food, but you could be talking about something else. If you say es wird haben, it will have mein Bubba's Tom. As man legt rein nicht Salz and Pfeffer auf Fleisch, if you don't put salt and pepper on the meat, es wird haben mein Bubba's Tom. It'll have my grandmother's taste. It'll be tasteless meat. Okay, so you can use it in future tense. You can use it in the present. Es hat mein Bubba's Tom. It has my grandmother's taste, which means it's tasteless. Okay, and there could be certain other things that you look at that you say es hat mein Bubba's Tom. It's tasteless or it's outdated. It's depends how you use it. Shtup the cup. Shtup the cup. To shtup. What is to shtup? Or shtup,
Poke.
Stuff, or poke, or push. Farshtup is stuffed up. Farshtup cup is a stuffed head, like the scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. That had to farshtup the cup. Now, how would I use that? Well, I'm talking about somebody that I don't think is particularly klug, not so bright. En ik zoek ze Hat a verstopfter Kopf. Is a verstopfter Kopf. He has a stuffed up head, or he is a stuffed up head. His head is full of stuffing. Another way I could say that, it is a schmatter cup. A schmatter
Rag.
cup.
Raghead.
Raghead.
Schmatica.
It's a raghead. His head is full of rags. Okay.
Are those two different words, Al?
Yeah.
Are those, is Shtup and Shtup two different words?
No,
Shtup
they're
the
just two
Shtup.
different pronunciations of the same word. And by the way, ladies, don't get mad at me. Don't spank me, okay? I'm going to get vulgar here for a second. Stooping is also used to mean,
Mm-hmm.
okay? He's busy stooping the maid. He's stuffing the maid. What's he stuffing? Never mind. We're not allowed to speak like that, okay? So shtup can also be used derogatorily to mean something that you wouldn't want to talk about in nice company, okay? But if I shtup the cup, okay, or ich habe a kelt, I have a cold. This bamir, if I shtup the cup, my head is all stuffed up and I can't breathe, and I really could use a schnapps with hot tea because I come if I shtup the cup, okay? You can use it legitimately. Good. Verstoppt the cup. Wunderbubest Zeit. Wunderbubest Zeit. From the grandmother's
Grandmother's time.
Okay, this one literally means outdated. So yesterday. Wunderbubest Zeit. Okay. If you think about how old you are now and how old your bubby was, how many years ago is that? 60,
Quite a-
70, 80?
Quite a few.
It's outdated. Von der Bubbest site. This is von der Bubbest or von mein Bubbest site. However, von der Bubbest site, von mein Bubbest site. Okay, it's outdated from my grandmother's time. Okay, von der Bubbest site. Genossen afemis. We have fun with this one. At hat genossen afemis. Okay, I tell you, without a doubt, that this war that's going on in Israel was all the fault, not of the Arabs so much, but Iran's fault. And then I go, "Have you?" Somebody's going to look around and say, see, and famous. He sneezed on the truth. The fact that I sneezed or somebody sneezed right after making a declarative statement, obviously it's got to be true. Now, Paul would love this one. Donald Trump is the greatest president that ever lived. Somebody goes, hot
too.
Okay. Paul's not going to say Genuss and Afemis. Paul's going to go, Bubbermeises. Bullshit. Yeah. Crap. It's not true. Okay. But that's Genussen Afemis. It's a good thing to know. Genussen Afemis. Genussen Afemis. Sneezed on the truth.
Genossen of Emes.
Is there any reality to this anywhere? Yeah, probably not. Nicht gestiegen, nicht geflogen. Never ascended, never flew. It's Bubbermeises. But that's what we say, okay? It's great from our grandparents. It's part of our culture. Herr sich zu. Notice the reflexive. Herr, sich, hear yourself. Zu.
Yes.
Listen to this, okay? Listen up.
Yes.
Ears up, listen up. Herr sich zu. Oh,
Ich will fragen.
ich will what?
Not ich will. Ich will fragen dir a Shaela.
Ich will dir fragen.
Ich will dir fragen a Shaela.
And a Shaela is a religious question.
Oh, no, nicht
A frage.
a Frage.
Shilas. A shilas is a religious
Is a
question.
Shaela is a religious question. A frage is a
Ich
religious
hab nicht,
or a kasha.
ich hab nicht a Shaela.
Okay, so with Milster, für mein Jünger Leben, what do you want for my young life?
Ich will wissen,
Ich will wissen. I want to know.
as zij wezen,
You want to know if they know
as ich hab
that you have,
a verstopte kop.
that she has a stuffed up head.
Ich has nicht mit allemen.
and therefore she's not with everybody. She's a little okay. Später, mein Tochter, Freund,
Ah,
mein Zatskala. Remember that word? Zatskala. This is mein Zatskala. Mein Lieb, my love. Okay, später. Ich gehe dir später sehen. I'll see you later. Okay. How does it zu? Listen up. You know, you say that to somebody. So, hey, how does it zu? Listen up. Listen to this. This is important. Okay, whatever I'm saying, how does it zu? Gott macht Spaß für ein älterer Menschen.
mhm.
Gott
Dat macht Spaß.
Spaß, God makes sport für ein älterer
To an old person?
old
Alter.
person. Yeah, God makes sport with old people. Okay, it's the Jews culturally have never had a problem speaking to the one above, the Bavishta, the one above, as if he was, you know, a good friend, a family, a close one. They'll tell him what they think. They'll yell at him. They'll cry to him. They'll beg him, but they have no problem, you know, saying what they think. And this is part of our culture. So when you have old people, you know, they have this ailment and that ailment, and they just can't do the things they want to do. And sometimes you'll hear an old Jewish person say, dat macht Spaß für alte Menschen. Macht Spaß für... He plays with us like toys. He gives us all these things that we have to suffer through. Dat macht Spaß. He makes sport from old people. Okay. Do we really believe that God is cruel like that he makes, you know, plays with people? That's probably not even close to reality, but it's our way of expressing our frustration. Okay. Gott in Himmel, was willst von mein Jingle Leben? God in heaven, what do you want from my young life? We're complaining. A Jew complaining? Who ever heard of such a thing? Never happened. Okay. Chazer. What is a chazer?
Pig.
A pig. Chazir in the Hebrew. A pig, a chazer. When we call somebody a chazer, what are we saying?
A greedy person.
Greedy.
Yeah, being a greedy person, or they're sitting at the table
Mm.
stuffing
Mhm.
themselves. Okay.
Mhm.
Don't say nicht a chazer. You might say that to a child who's, you know, really shoveling it in. Or you might say that about somebody you're watching them at the next table. God, is he shoveling that food in like he never ate, you know? As a chazer. Sei nicht kein chazer. What is chazarai?
Junk.
Bitch.
Junk, yeah.
Garbage. Okay, what do you normally slop a pig with?
Garbage.
Garbage, okay?
Ah.
So that's the snare. Don't eat
It's the
that.
same word.
This is chazarai. This
Hmm.
is pig food. This is garbage. That's nicht dem chazarai. Don't eat that. Chazarai. Chazarai. Chazer. Metunish essen chazer. This is nicht kosher. You shouldn't eat pig. It's not kosher. Es nicht kein chazarai. Don't eat garbage. Don't eat garbage. Okay? Mention tracht. Mention tracht. Man plans, man thinks. Und Gott lacht.
And God
God laughs.
God laughs.
Okay. Yeah, we plan things out, but we have no way of knowing if our plans are going to come to reality. You know, a lot of the times our plans get frustrated. On the other hand, failing to plan is planning to fail. So you have to plan. But very often our plans go to expression. So, Menschen tracht und Gott lacht. Menschen tracht und Gott lacht. Man plans, God laughs. Nicht dahin und nicht daher.
Neither
Nicht
here nor there.
dahin.
Nicht
And nicht
dahin,
that.
nicht
It's
daher.
neither
Neither here nor
here
there.
nor
there.
okay.
Dahin, nicht daher.
It's a nothing answer. It's just nicht dahin, nicht daher. What are you telling me? The answer makes no sense. It's not here, it's not there. Nicht dahin, nicht daher. It's nothing. Okay, well, what are you talking about here? Nicht dahin, ahin is here. Via hin soll ich gehen. I haven't played that song for you, okay? Where here shall I go? Via hin soll ich gehen. Nicht dahin, not here. Nicht daher, and not there. Nicht dahin, nicht daher. Okay. Und Salz und Schmalz. unsalz,
Without salt, and
Without-
without fat.
Without salt, without
without
fat.
without fat, which also means it's hot mine, Bubba's top. It's tasteless. It's unsalz und schmaltz. There's nothing. It's plain. It's there's nothing here. I mean, it's like eating matzah. You should excuse me. Unsalz und schmaltz. Although I happen to like matzah, but if you take a little cream cheese, you put it on the matzah, makes it a little better. Okay. If you put a little schmaltz that you've rendered to chicken fat, you put a little schmaltz on a piece of matzah. Your cardiologist won't like you very much, but you will enjoy that matzah a lot better. Okay. So when you have something that's unsalz, unschmaltz, unsalz, unschmaltz, without salt, without the, it's tasteless. And you could say that about anything, but really it's generally about food. Unsalz und schmaltz. Hat mein Bubba's Tom. I'm not going to eat this. This is garbage. Unsalz und schmaltz. Okay, a shtetl. What is a shtetl?
Town.
Where my grandparents lived.
Right, in a little town. Okay, so when you talk about somebody who's small-minded, they think very small. Dus is klein städteldik Zach. This is little town things, or they tracht wie klein städtel Menschen. Okay, they think like little-minded people, little townspeople. They're not globally oriented. They don't have any great thoughts. Again, like the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz. Okay, but a shtetl. Bells, mein Städtele bells, mein Himmel, wie es getucht, meine kindische Juden sein. Okay, so that's another song I haven't played for you yet. Okay, a Städtel. Schwarz in der Augen. Es geworden
eyes.
schwarz in dem Augen.
Dark eyes.
Got
Yeah.
dark in the eyes. Okay, what does this mean? He got dark in the eyes.
Angry.
He got pretty angry. He was upset. He got dark in the eyes. You said that? You said what about my wife? You said what about my children? Es geworden Kass. He got very angry. Es geworden schwarz in the Augen. He got dark in the eyes. Don't mess with him now, because he's going to hurt you. He's going to hurt you. Schwarz in the Augen. Okay, really upset. Really upset. Schwarz in the Augen. What is that Simus?
A map.
Fruits.
It's a
A Simus.
It's a mixture of fruit and vegetables.
It can be a fruit compote, or it can be a stew. A tzimmus can be a stew. Stewed fruits is compote, okay, or a compote.
Big
Right.
deal.
Or it could be a brouhaha, a big deal. you
yeah,
know.
it's a
Mach nicht kein tzimmus. Don't make a big deal out of this. Don't make a brouhaha out of this. Get out of here. Mach mir nicht kein tzimmus. Don't make it tzimmus for me here. Okay, this big, everything in the pot all at once here. This is a mach nicht kein tzimmus. Or a gemachte tzimmus von dem. It's a little thing. He blew it out of proportion. A gemachte gleiche tzimmus von dem. He made a big deal out of this. Okay, so tzimmus, you could have a carrot tzimmus. Carrots, with pineapple sometimes. It's great for a side dish, with a meal. Or you could have a tzimmus that's meat and potatoes, which is not quite like cholent, but it's a stew for dinner. Okay, so it's tzimmus. Was is gewesen is nicht da. Was is gewesen, what was,
just
is
give him-
gewesen,
just-
was,
Okay.
is nicht da. Not
Not-
here.
not
Okay.
here.
The old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Things now aren't as they were then.
Mhm.
I'm pining for the old times. I missed, the good old days when, but if was is gewesen, is nicht da. What was, what used to be. Yeah, that's how it was back then, but it ain't like that anymore,
Oh.
Our parents used to say that, kids today. What was the play all of a
Oh.
sudden? I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Where
What's
Paul
the matter
Rudd
with
ended,
these
what's the matter with
kids today?
Right? Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. He's thinking back for the old times. Mrs. Gavain. He says, why can't I remember the name of the play?
Bye bye birdie.
It's a
Bye Birdie. Thank you, Paul. I could have counted on Paul for that one. Yeah.
that's right.
Polo is into the theater. Okay, couple more. We're ready overtime. Yenta. Seinish kein Yenta. Oh, is he a Yenta? Oh, yeah. What's a Yenta?
Busybody.
Busybody.
Yeah.
Okay. A busybody. There was
Platinsky.
an old Jewish show about Yenta Tilabenda. And those of you who saw Fiddler on the Roof, what was the name of the matchmaker?
Mhm.
Yenta.
Yenta the
Yenta.
matchmaker.
Why did they choose that name, Yenta? She's in everybody's business.
Mhm.
Okay. Yenta the matchmaker. Softig.
Juicy.
Juicy. Okay. And how else did we say we used Zoftig? We're talking about a full-figured woman. Okay.
Softig, yeah.
Right, she's Zoftig. She's busty. She's full-figured. She's plump. Okay. You don't generally say that about a man. A man doesn't get that kind of courtesy. That is a grubber ying. He's a fat guy. He's a fat kid. Yeah. We don't say that men are Zoftig. Oh, Tony Fields, Sophie
Zoftig.
Tucker.
Mm.
Okay. Zoftig. Well, what does it really mean? Juicy. And Zoft is juice. Pomegranate soft, orange juice.
Mm.
Okay. So Zoft is juice. So Zoftig, it's an expression. It explains, becomes an adjective. It's juicy. Okay. No mention,
Interesting.
believe it or not, she's dry, noch nine, dry, noch
They're 9.
9. It's 3 minutes after 9. We've actually used up all of our time, unless anybody has a frage, a question, or will sagen etwas anderes, you want to say something else. If not, we'll see each other when?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, the 21st of November, just before Thanksgiving, and maybe we'll have some words. I actually had if you want to hang out for a few minutes, I actually had a website where there's an Israeli soldier speaking in Yiddish, telling you how his tank operates, how it shoots. If you want to hang around and see that, I'll load it. Otherwise, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Anybody interested in seeing that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyone who wants to see it, hang around a minute. And everybody else, let's see, did I load it? I didn't load it up. Give me 1 second and I will load it up.
Dinner is ready, so I'm going to say Zeitgesund.
Sei gesund, Paul. Enjoy your dinner. Es
Thank
gesundheit.
you.
Es gesundheit.
Zeitgesundheit.
Right. Where is
Danke. Danke for the lesson.
Okay. Shalom Dank. I get the Nacht All right, let's see if I can find this and bring it right up on the screen for those who want to hear it. You have the website anyway. I sent it to you. I think I did. All right, where is it? Not coming up. There we go. Okay, and now I'm just going to share my screen. Share screen. This one. Okay, and I want to make sure I share the sound. I'm not seeing it. Where's my share the sound? Okay, there we go. All right, so now I've got that. Let's see. Are we all together? This is the wrong thing. This is the wrong thing. What's going on here? All of a sudden, the screen sharing is paused. Resume share. There we go. And it's not playing. Why isn't it playing? Why isn't it playing? I don't know why. Okay, we gotta try it again. We're gonna try it again. Screen share. It went away. Choljeria. Choljeria zal het treffen. Choljeria zal het treffen. Okay, there we go. So that's supposed to. There we go. Okay.
We're just seeing the people. Seeing the video.
You hear this?
We're not seeing the video or hearing anything.
You're not seeing it. Okay, give me
No.
1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll get it. Now we will get it. Okay. Share screen. We're sharing this one. Share. And we're sharing the sound. Okay. There we go.
There you go. Okay.
Now you should hear it.
Große Schule Maleche
Yes.
alle Chaverim.
Here we
Ich
go.
bin Jonathan Allmann, der Kommandeur von der Kanon. Das ist mein Onloader Niv Kaspi. Und wir wollen euch weisen, wie soll schießt man mit der Kanon. Erstens darf man weisen, was für eine Sort Bombe haben wir. Das ist eine Bombe von der Kanon, es weckt das Sach, 44 Kilogramm. Und das Käppele zieht unten den Bombe, wenn es bekommt der Tab. Darf man öffnen den Eingang von der Kanon. Oh. Heufiben den Tats, auf die Bombe allein. Weglegen den Bombe auf den Tats.
Put the
Das ist
bomb
eine
into the bag.
Demonstration, also man wird nicht rein.
You have to put it inside.
Ja, nehmen wir weg. Weisen wir so Stupen. Das ist unser Stuppe,
Stop.
hydraulischer.
Shove it up.
Wir stuppen rein.
Stick it inside.
Nachdem gibt man rein durch den Reingang TNT, explosiv.
Afterwards, you
Vermachen den Tier für die
Close the
Kanone.
door.
Und darf man reingeben eine kleine Keul, was hat nicht keinen Kopf.
You put a
Es
little
gibt euch
coil in
ein
there,
kleines
little
Firewall, wenn man tappt. Und durch es, die ganze Sache, ist weggeschickt auf unser Sonne.
And when you hit that,
Wir
it goes
hoffen,
to the
ihr
enemy.
habt eine neue gehabt von unserer kurzen Erklärung. Seid uns alle gesund und stark.
That's how it works. Everybody be well and strong. Okay. So
Interesting.
Thank you.
not many Israelis speak Yiddish, so there are some, but not usually that young. The older Israelis, a lot of them do. All
Yeah.
right. So that was the
Mm.
thing. I just thought it would be some fun. Obviously, it's fast. There's a lot of words that you'd have to pick up. So I give you the gist of it. All right, everybody. I get to Nacht. I will see
Gute
you.
Nacht.
Gute Nacht.
God willing.
Schönen Dank.
All right, I got to tell you the story. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.